We are back with another review, and this time for Woke Season 2. Something I did not think that I would be saying in 2022. If you're not familiar, Woke is the Hulu original show based on real life person Keef Knight, cartoonist turned activist. And this is starring Lamorne Morris, and you probably know him from New Girl as Keef Knight. And again, like I said, this came on 2020, middle pandemic. It came out, and when I originally watched this, to me it was just like, okay, it was 8 episodes, and originally they were, to me personally, it felt like they were doing a little. It was a little too much, but this season it feels like they definitely lightened up. So this season picks back up right after a year after the ending of the first season. After you see Keith, after doing the press interview with the police, because if you're not familiar, like he was assaulted by the police in the first season, and that was a reason that woke his wokeness after after seeing after going through that experience personally himself and seeing what the police are doing. Now he wants to fight the power and get back at the police for doing what they did to him, after wrongly accusing him and tackling him to the ground and that first season. So like I said, it's a year after that, and Keith is now wants to do more. So Keith, Ayana, Clovis, and Gunther, they're all back. And an episode like this, kind of dealing with them or something with them. But like I said, this season definitely doesn't get bogged down on the one topic. I felt like the first season did, where it was just like all they talked about was the police brutality. This one is Keith trying to kind of tackle every single issue that is kind of bothering everybody. Homelessness, police brutality, racist, and so many more things. And as the season goes on, Keith realizes that he can't do everything. So at least on his own. So he wants to do more. So as you see the show, he creates the Keef Knight project, which allows him to try to handle the homeless situation. He wants to do something. So he's granted money by organization to create his own organization, his nonprofit organization, so he can try to help the homeless by giving them shoes. At least this is what he wants to do. And like I said, it doesn't get bogged down to one topic. So they talk about, things such as like, white guilt and, black people dealing with, family, even though they weren't there for you. And like so many other issues dealing with, feeling like you're a failure when, you don't you get what you want, but you didn't get it the way you want it. It deals with a lot of that. Like I said, I really enjoyed this season a lot more than I did the first one. I laughed freaking hysterically, especially at my man Gunther, played by Blake from Workaholics. That guy's freaking hilarious. If you've never seen Workaholics, definitely check that out. It's probably on HBO Max, but it is on Hulu. But like I said, it's definitely a different show. It definitely feels like a different show from that first season, and they definitely cut out a lot of the inanimate object stuff, which was like a big thing with the first one, where like the pens and the chairs and the trash cans were talking to Keith in that first season. They don't do a lot of that in the second season. I think I might have seen it in maybe like 2 episodes, and it was very brief. They definitely try to get away from that. You definitely deal with Clovis, like I said, dealing with his dad, and his dad not being there, being on the road, and trying to come back in his life, and even though his father wasn't there for him, him being there for his dad and trying to make sure he maintains his health and stay healthy and do what he needs to do so that obviously he can be in his life. I found one of the scenes that was funny was that Clovis's dad doesn't forbids his son to go down on girls. That's apparently like a cardinal sin. Like that's completely ridiculous. He tells his dad that he does this, and he's completely he almost dies from hearing this news. Like I said, it was just one of those jokes like that just really got me. That and finding out that Gunther doesn't use a washcloth, which led him to go into a white guilt meeting to confess, all these things that he didn't know about black people that he felt like he should be doing. And finds out later that the washcloth's just not for everybody. Hey, I personally use one, but hey, that's just me. And like I said, this season also gives Ayana a little bit more time as well, because I feel like she was in it, but she really wasn't as in it as much in the first season, because of course that one is dealing a lot more with Keef, and this second season is too. But she, like I said, she gets a little bit more time because she winds up moving in with the guys, and becomes pretty much like a more of a main cast. Like where she felt like. She didn't feel like a main cast member in the first season, but this one she definitely feels more involved. Rose MacGyver is gone because she's working on Ghost right now, but she's not. She was Keith's girlfriend in the first season. She's not in this season. Amy Garcia is in this season, and she is the one that is funding Keef or Lamorne Morris the money for the Keef Knight project. And like I said, it's really good second season. If you hadn't watched that first season, you'd be as surprised as I am that this even got greenlit for a second. Because like I said, it was just a lot of shows during that pandemic, you know what I mean, during 2020, where you just, it was kind of just one and done, especially with Hulu originals. I don't see this getting a third season because it felt like it kind of wrapped it up to me. Not a spoiler, but if it did get a third season, cool, because I really like the cast. I really would like to. I wish they, they can get this cast for another show too. I mean, this is cool, but this is kind of focused more on like, activism, and, dealing with these social issues and stuff like that. But I just kind of wish, kind of see this cast more and more of a comedic show that wasn't as, I don't want to say serious, but something that wasn't dealing with this issue. Because like I said, I really like the cast. Sasheer, who plays Ayana, she's great. Lamorne, who plays Keith. Like I said, Blake, who plays Gunther, and I cannot think of Clovis's voice actor. I mean, not voice actor, but actor in the show. But I said, I really like the second season. Definitely a great improvement over what we got from that first one. If you can make it through that first season to get to the second, good on you. Like I said, great cast. I see what they were trying to do there, but like I said, that first season really dragged down. But let's see. 8 episodes on Hulu. I'm not sure if they're going to give you all the episodes all at once. I had the opportunity actually to watch all those episodes. I'm not sure if Hulu's going to do the week to week or if they're going to roll them all out. But it comes out April 8th. Definitely check it out. If I had to, I definitely say it's second season worth the watch if you can get past that first one. First season was weak, but the second season is funnier. It is better. It is more well written than the first one was, because the first one just felt like I said, it was filmed during the pandemic, very limited. They can only do so much, and the writing just wasn't as there as it should have been. And it's crazy because like Keef Knight is the actual real person. He's like an executive producer, writer, and everything on this show, and I'm pretty sure he clearly controls the narrative a lot more. And as a director and everything like that. What happened with that first season, man? Anyway, this is a review for the second season. So like I said, Hulu, April 8th. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. And we'll, like I said, let me know if you think it's going to get a third season. Other than that, I'm out. See you guys.
Big old bell.